Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. There is a new hidden video on the Pokemon playlist for the Generation 9 games, and then we have a few other bits and bobs to go over as well. Plenty of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at this new potential DLC trailer for the hidden treasure of Area Zero. So this was posted on the 22nd of August. Amy at Japan saying, fun fact, the Pokemon Company still have a hidden video which was uploaded yesterday in the Scarlet and Violet playlist. So when the whole Poltergeist video was uploaded, obviously we got two videos for it. We got the actual gameplay video of Poltergeist, and then we also got the kind of backstory of it and everything like that, which was honestly one of my favorite Pokemon reveals ever, by the way. They did such a good job with it. But as well as that, on the actual playlist, it still says there is a private video. And when you go to the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet playlist, it is still there. So again, this was posted on the 22nd of August, the same time that the Poltergeist video was uploaded, and this is still hidden. So this could be obviously one of two things. Firstly, it could just be a video of the Mewtwo raid that is happening this weekend. It's starting on the 1st, 31st, can't remember off the top of my head. Either way, it's starting this weekend, depending on your time zone. And it could just be like a video for that, just obviously promoting it and stuff like that. Even though we have technically already had one of those videos in the Pokemon Presents where Mew and Mewtwo were like fighting and stuff like that. That's kind of like the most obvious answer, but at the same time, because it was uploaded at the same time as Poltergeist, I feel like it might be something to do with the DLC, because obviously that's what they were kind of like working on when they uploaded this video. So potentially it could be another video for the DLC. Now again, it could just be like a recap trailer that comes out early September, like Osmio says. It could be something for Gamescom, but obviously Gamescom is pretty much finished now. But again, it could still be something for that. It generally could be a DLC trailer for like the evolution of Poltergeist, which a lot of people are thinking could happen. So it could be one of many different things. Again, it's not one of those things that I definitely get my hopes up for, because it very well could just be the Mewtwo raid, because it is just the Scarlet and Violet playlist. It's not like the DLC playlist. I don't even know if they have a playlist for the DLC. All the DLC stuff is getting put in this playlist anyway. But yeah, the fact that this video has been unavailable for like, well, since the 22nd, so 8 days now, over a week, means that, yeah, it could be something that they're just kind of waiting to drop. I don't know if we'll get anything more for the Teal Mask until it drops. Like, it's literally like 2 weeks today that it does get dropped on in September. So I don't know if they would drop another trailer before that. You know, if Poltergeist does get an evolution, maybe we just find that out in the DLC and they don't drop it before that. Or they could just drop a little trailer before, like, you know, next week or something, just showing a little bit more information about it. Because still, we don't know anything about Ogerpon's types, we don't know the Legendary Trio's types, we don't really know what we're doing there, we don't know much about, like, obviously we don't know anything about Poltergeist evolution, if it's going to get one of those. So there is still a lot of secrets to discover, and of course I'm not here saying that I want them to reveal absolutely everything before the DLC drops, because obviously we'll have nothing to kind of that will surprise us when we go into it. But at the same time, you'd think they'd like drop the types and stuff, but I don't know, maybe that's too much of a big kind of thing to announce this late on. They might just obviously drop it when the DLC drops. But either way, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it is the Mewtwo raid? Do you think it is a new DLC trailer, or do you think it's just some random video? Just interesting that obviously it is still unavailable. But yeah, that's the first thing that I wanted to go over. Next up, I wanted to talk about this post here by Light. This is a really cool kind of I guess theory, but also has some weight to it as well by Light here, talking about the Elite Four for the Blueberry Academy and how Archaludon isn't going to be Drayden's ace in the Generation 9 DLC, because obviously we went over the kind of Riddler-Q leaks and stuff yesterday, and Riddler-Q actually tweeted out saying, you know, what is Drayden's type, and he had like, I think it was like Steel, Electric, Dragon, and there was another type as well. And obviously everyone's expecting it to be Dragon because of the links to Drayden. I'm sorry, I called him Drayden, it's Drayton. But yeah, the links with Drayden, obviously Drayden's Generation 5 Dragon type user, has an Archaludon, which we know is a Dragon type. So everything kind of points towards that, but potentially might not be his ace. We still don't know the type and stuff, but it says Drayton's ace Pokemon is not Archaludon. As you can see, Amaris and Cherin have a heavy ball and a fast ball. I think that's a quick ball. Is that a fast ball? I think that's a quick ball. I'm pretty sure that is a quick ball. For their last Pokemon, either way, it doesn't matter. And their last Pokemon, this happened before with the Team Star members. Their ace was in another type of Pokeball. So yeah, all the Team Star members and 2 of the Elite Four members so far that we've seen in the Blueberry Academy all use a different Pokeball for their ace Pokemon. However, Arcaladon is in a normal Pokeball. I'm starting to think that the ace of Drayton is the terrestrial form of Charizard's type Dragon, as my prediction with the 7-star Terra Raid battles. And he does have a freed kind of vibe to him, so it could be, yeah, same vibe. So, yeah, it does look like that, you know, if they're following the same pattern and stuff like that, then, yeah, Arcaladon isn't actually going to be Drayton's ace, and it is going to be a different Pokemon. Now, of course, I'm not saying we're going to get another new Pokemon for Drayton. I'm saying that potentially it's just a Pokemon we've already got, and that is just going to be the ace instead. But either way, it looks like, you know, there's still quite a bit of information that we need to find out about Drayton, and potentially might not even be a Dragon type trainer. It could be Steel type, you know, it very well could be Steel, and then his ace could be like a Metagross or something like that, because we know that Metagross is in the Indigo Disk DLC, so that'd be a really cool that'd be a really busted team as well if you had an Arcaladon and a Metagross. But I'm here for it. He's an Elite Four member. He's got to be pretty strong. So we have that, and then also finishing things off, I wanted to quickly go over this as well. This basically, Pokemon have been doing like a ton of interviews lately, and I don't know why. Maybe it's for like DLC promotion or something like that, but they have just been doing so much stuff. Like, obviously, we've had loads of stuff revealed, not loads of stuff, but we had like stuff revealed at Gamescom, like early pre-development images. I'll make a video about that as well, because there's some interesting stuff in that. But yeah, they've also been talking about this as well, saying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet devs detail the unique challenges of the game's sound design, new entries, and new audio challenges. So developer Game Freak attended the CEDEC Awards panel in Japan, and not Gamescom, CEDEC, I'm getting everything mixed up. There's so much stuff going on right now. And they shared a ton of insight into the development of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet during the event. While we've already seen concept art and heard details pertaining to the game's visuals, today we get all sorts of info on the game's sound design. So again, we'll cover that in a future video. There's some really cool information about the development and stuff, what it was going to look like, everything like that. Really interesting stuff. So Game Freak sound design, basically the director and freelance sounds programmer have offered never before heard details on the environmental sounds and Pokemon cries in the game, along with the history of environmental sounds in the series. You can see a bullet point breakdown of the info below. So this is all the kind of new information that we didn't know before about sounds and stuff. So Game Freak's Junichi Masuda doesn't allow realistic animal bug / sounds in Pokemon games. So that's really interesting. You know, that they don't allow like actual realistic animal bug sounds and stuff in the games. And this is done because the world of Pokemon only has Pokemon, not real animals. This obviously like can be portrayed in different ways, because in the anime we've seen like real birds, real fish, real bugs, stuff like that, like real animals. But again, that's so long ago. But apparently the reason that we don't have real animal kind of sounds is because they don't exist in the Pokemon world, which obviously makes sense, even though we've seen real animals before. But it's quite funny, but obviously very interesting as well. Environmental sounds and Pokemon cries were first introduced with Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, which is true. I do remember running down like the different kind of routes and stuff and hearing like a Zigzagoon or whatever. And the goal with Scarlet and Violet was to realistically express the sounds of a natural environment where the only living creatures are Pokemon. The team did an experiment where they placed small speakers in the forest, played Pokemon sounds, and recorded them. That's a really cool way of like all of this background stuff that we just don't know about that goes into this game. That's kind of cool. So they had like the forest kind of sound environments and stuff like that, and then they played Pokemon sounds in speakers to get those kind of sound effects for the game. Kitamura noticed during his time in the wilderness that insect sounds are similar to the electronic sounds of synthesizers. And then Kitamura thought that if the audio team at Game Freak could simulate the way sound echoes in a space and simulate the diffraction of sound waves caused by plants and trees, Pokemon would begin to sound more realistic. Due to the sheer amount of Pokemon, the sound team could not reasonably create many variations of Pokemon cries, and there are a few variations based on the Pokemon's mood, including calls of joy, anger, and sadness. I didn't know that. I thought they all just had the same sound, but apparently they have different sounds depending on like how angry the Pokemon is. And they also offered the following direction when tackling the sound design challenge. Creativity is key. Pokemon are mysterious creatures, not animals. Will the player be pleased with the sounds? They also visited mountains and zoos to take notes of various animal habitats. They found that body-sized creatures creates an effect on how an animal sounds. The team used a specialized program called Pokesynth to create the game's sounds. Pokesynth was used to add nuance to the Pokemon sounds, and then a larger number of Pokemon cries was successfully created and manipulated to allow variants. Then Pokesynth makes possible for Game Freak to create a multitude of Pokemon cry variants. So really cool kind of information that goes into the sounds and stuff for these games. And again, I think it's only going to get better. Again, we're still waiting on voice acting, and hopefully that's in like Gen 10 or something. But either way, very interesting information to go over. But that is going to be everything for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment. What do you think this hidden video is? Do you think it is going to be Mewtwo and Mew video kind of for the raid event, which is starting this weekend? Or do you think it's going to be for the DLC? What are your thoughts on Arcaladon potentially not being Drayton's ace? And then, yeah, what are your thoughts on all the sound stuff that we just got as well for Pokemon? That is everything, though. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.